Hey guys, it's Christine, also known as Ivy Winner. My cat just walked by at the perfect time. Clearly she wanted to be in this video. I hope you guys are doing great. I want to welcome you to another Disney video. If you hear some annoying dripping, it's because it is pouring outside. Our weather has been miserable in New York lately, like far more miserable than it should be for March. Far colder, far rainier. I'm over it. I'm ready to go to Disney, which I am in like, I don't know, 20 something days, not even 20 days. And speaking of Disney, I was thinking, especially on this rainy, miserable day, about the things that I like to do to kind of bring Disney home with me, or to get a little piece of Disney when I'm not there. Because let's face it, when I'm not there, I miss it terribly. And there's a very real chance that I might not be able to go for a while after this trip because of the upcoming wedding I'm planning for and really focusing on that. So, yeah. I wanted to talk a little bit about the things that I like to do or have that give me a little piece of Disney when I'm at home. So the first thing is, pretty much almost every single day I have a cup of coffee. I'm not a huge coffee drinker in that I don't drink more than 1 cup of coffee a day. I don't know how some people do, like 4 or 5 cups. It's crazy. But the coffee that I drink is coffee from the parks. So if you've ever been in the parks, you might notice that there is a brand called Joffrey's Coffee. Not just Starbucks, that's not what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about Joffrey's Coffee, which is really fun to say. And they have some locations in Epcot and a couple of the other parks. And their coffee is the coffee that is carried at restaurants and in the hotel itself. So even though there are Starbucks there, Joffrey's really is like the Disney coffee. So I actually have my bag with me that I am running low on. But as you can see, this is specifically the Yachtsman Steakhouse coffee, and it's a dark roast. It smells amazing, like really, really good. I wish you guys could smell this. And it's specifically Disney coffee, and I like to purchase this online from Joffrey's because obviously I'm not always down there to get it. And they often have really good deals. They'll have like, a little 10%, 15% off, whatever, especially if you're part of their email list. And they have a whole array of Disney stuff there. I have had the California Grill coffee. I've had the Kona coffee, which has been maybe my favorite so far. So they have coffee from like all different resorts and restaurants, and then also like the in-room coffee that you get when you're in the resorts. And for me, put that into my, Disney mug, and that's a little piece of Disney for me every day, because I know it's the coffee that they serve down there. I know I would be having it there if I was like in one of the restaurants or whatever, and it just makes me really happy to have it. So it's worth it for me to buy it and ship it over here. Shipping's actually not that expensive from Florida to New York, and it comes really, really quick because it's fresh coffee. It has to come quickly. So yeah, I really enjoy it, and that's kind of like a daily indulgence for me. Another way that I kind of have a little piece of Disney at home is through candles. I love candles. I always have. Like, I have tea light holders in my living room, and I'm constantly lighting them when I'm doing work or reading or playing video games, whatever it is. I just love the smell of a good candle. And I actually have some candles, and you can already tell I've used a bunch of them, from this company called Maple and Whiskey. Main Street Bakery is the scent that I have here, and it smells like what they pump out of Main Street. I've also had like Haunted Mansion smelling castles, I was gonna say. Haunted Mansion smelling castles, no. Haunted Mansion smelling candles, candles that are supposed to smell like the water from like Splash Mountain. Wasn't the best one. Some of their food smelling ones are really good, and they're not the only brand. If you go on Etsy and you search Disney candles, you're gonna find a lot of different brands to do this. Like, so if you want a Mickey Waffle candle or a Dole Whip candle, which I totally approve of, you can go on there and get them. A lot of them also offer like variety packs, so you don't have to get just all of one fragrance if you want to try a bunch of them. Often they will do like variety packs of tea lights, so you can try the different ones before deciding I want to get all tea lights of that one fragrance. Or they also sell big candles. Your sense of smell is like the biggest thing that triggers memory, and so being able to smell those smells when I'm home and when I'm not there is super nice. Another way I like to bring a little Disney home with me is by cooking. I actually have a really fun recipe book that I got from Disney. It is called Chef Mickey. It is a bunch of recipes both in the parks right now and some old recipes that don't even like exist anymore. It's broken out into like all the different kinds of things, so from beverages to meat and poultry to desserts. And if I'm correct, I think they have, I might be crazy, but I don't think I'm crazy. I'm almost certain that they have the bread pudding from Ohana in here. Do they? Or maybe they don't. Whoa. All right, well, then, okay. But anyway, you don't have to like buy a recipe book to do this. There are so many websites that people have figured out the recipes. Also, like Disney Parks blog sometimes shares recipes there as well of like park food. So if you are a chef, even if you're not, a lot of these are really easy to follow. You can try something new and try to make a meal from one of your favorite restaurants at Disney and just kind of have that, I don't know, flavor at home. Who doesn't want that? Because that's one of my favorite things about Disney is the food, and especially the food that you normally can't get anywhere else. But if I can make it at home, all the better. So a lot of the things I just said are like, you have to purchase stuff, right? Like coffee that I buy and candles that I buy and a recipe book that I buy. But like I said, you can go online. I swear, if you search anything, people have even tried to make their own Dole Whips. Like, search any, like, food from Disney plus recipe, you will find something for free, I promise you. But there are other ways to have a piece of Disney at home with you that isn't going to cost you anything. One thing I love to do is listen to the music when I'm at home. You can find it on YouTube, on Dcot is a great place to go for Disney park music. You can even find some of the albums that they like released on Spotify. There are a lot of great sources for listening to the music from the parks specifically, and that's something I love to do when I'm working and I just put on like Main Street music or I don't know, Space Mountain soundtrack or whatever it might be in the background, and it makes me super, super happy because that music is the best. So that's another way to kind of bring the magic home with you. Not everything has to be something that you pay for. You know, obviously there are watching vlogs and listening to podcasts, which I hope helps you guys when you watch my vlogs and listen to me and Rob's podcast to have a little taste of Disney, because that's always great, is to like live vicariously through somebody else's trip. I love watching people's trip vlogs, especially because they're so different from mine, and just to see what they like and what they don't like and like how they tackle certain things differently than I would, and I love all that stuff. Anyway, so those are just a few ways that I have a taste of Disney at home. I would love to hear how you bring a taste of Disney home with you and what you have in your day-to-day or once in a while that reminds you of Disney and kind of helps you out when you can't be there and you're having some of the Disney blues. You can let me know in the comments below. You can also tweet me at IvyWinterYT. I would love to hear, you know, what you guys have in the house and makes you happy and makes you think of the magic. If you want to see more content like this, then please subscribe and like this video. And yeah, that's it. That's all I can really ask of you guys. So thanks again for hanging out with me for another video. And I don't know why I'm doing this right now. Thanks for hanging out with me for another video, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye.